Hi everyone. Today we're going to think happy thoughts by making images that make us happy on a heart. So first take your paper and fold it in half. Try to line up the corners and then press down on one side to make the fold. And you don't need a black paper in your background. I just have it so you can see my white paper better. So you see your paper's folded and the fold is on one side. Now starting with your pencil, you're going to find the middle here, right about here, towards the top, and we're going to draw a curve, a really large curve, okay, just like this. Try your best. And then you're going to continue that curve all the way down towards the bottom of the fold, all the way down to the bottom of the paper to a point. Okay, so it's like half of a heart. All right, now we're going to use scissors. Now the trick to using scissors is that your scissor hand only opens and closes. It doesn't move around too much. The hand that holds the paper turns the paper as your scissor hand opens and closes. So you see how I'm turning my paper? That's the trick to cutting. One hand will always turn the paper and the other hand just opens and closes the scissors. Try it out. Now once you open it up, you'll have a perfectly symmetrical heart shape. Now doesn't that make us happy? Now inside, we're going to think of images like this. Smiley faces. We're going to start with smiley faces. So I want you to draw a circle, okay, just like that. And we're going to make different size circles. And if you need to use a stencil, like a cap of a water bottle, to make your circles extra perfect, you can, but you don't have to. You can always use circle stencils if you need to, like the lids of jars and things like that. So on each side, I want you to draw 3 or 4 circles on each side. Now they don't have to be the same size. Notice this one's a little bigger, and they can be going off the heart shape. So you see this is just a half circle. So now I have 2 circles on each side. And I think I'm just going to keep it that way. So now we're going to make the little eyes, just little circles right there on the top of your shapes here. 2 little eyes in each circle. There we go. And then we're going to make the smile. And I hope that it makes you smile when you draw a smile. It's just a curve or a U shape. There we have it. We have our 4 smiley faces. Now, let's think of another thing that can make us happy. First, we're going to break up. First, we're going to draw some flowers. So I want you to add some more circles and maybe 2 or 3 on each side of your heart shape. And notice that the circles are not the same size. Some are small like this, and some are halfway off, just like that. Some are medium sized, and there we go. Now inside each circle, draw another small circle right in the middle there. And this is going to be the middle of the flower. Okay, now we're going to make this bunny ear shape, and we made the circle as a guideline so we know how far out the petal should go. So the bunny ear goes out and touches the circle, goes out and touches the circle, all the way around. We're going to do that on all of these. So you can make the bunny ear flower like this. is kind of rounded. All right, or you can make a leaf shape petal, which just means that it's pointed at the end. Okay, so I'm going to do that leaf shape, pointed it, or it's kind of like a football shape. And notice I'm using that circle as a guide. And you could also make it very pointy like this. So your petals could be very pointy at the end. But I'm using that circle so I know I'm not making them too big. Okay, I'm going to make this pointy petal, pointy petal, just like that all the way around. Okay. All right, so now we have to erase a little bit. So the circles that we first drew, you can erase because that was just a guide. You don't need that anymore. So you can go ahead and use your eraser and just erase the circle so that all you're left with are these little flowers. Okay. And there we go. I'm erasing. I'm cleaning it up a little bit. Take your time. So now we have our smiley faces and some flowers. And these are all happy images. There we have it. Okay. Now, the next step is to break up the heart shape. I want you to draw diagonal lines that just cut right through a section of your heart shape. So I just made 2 diagonal lines going this way, and now I'm going to go the opposite way with 2 diagonal slanted lines going this way. And notice that I'm skipping over the smiley faces. You don't want to draw right through them. And now I'm going to go the opposite way, and I'm going to draw 2 diagonal lines. It kind of connects the flowers and the smiley faces. Now I'm going to go the opposite way, and I'm going to make 2 diagonal lines that cut right through this heart here. Okay. And now I want to add a little design inside these stripes. I'm going to add polka dots. So little circles, like they're lining up right in between these 2 lines. So little circles inside the 2 lines. Little circle, try your best. Just follow inside your 2 diagonal lines. Just keep going, almost there. Little dots, little circles, just adds a little more design. There we go. Okay, now I think that rainbows are pretty happy. So I'm going to add a rainbow in each section. And starting with the top left, I'm going to draw a curved line. And I'm going to be careful to make a curve around. And I'm going to repeat that curve over and over until it looks like a rainbow. And I'm going to put a rainbow in each section. So I'm going to start at the flower here and draw a curve and another curve. And I'm just repeating curves because when we color it, it will really look like a rainbow. I'm going to do that again. Just pick anywhere. And if you want to start at a flower or at a smiley face, that could be a good place to start. But you don't have to. I'm just filling up all the blank spaces with these curves and this rainbow idea. So each section is going to get a rainbow. And notice that I'm careful to skip over the flower and skip over any smiley face because we want those little images to be in the front and the rainbow to be in the back. So I'm just finishing up here with my curves, repeating them over and over until I'm done drawing my rainbows. Love it. Okay. So now let's see, what else could we do? Inside these sections, we have a little bit of negative space. You see those blank white sections? That's called negative space because nothing's there. So I am going to add a wavy line just to add something to that negative space. So a wavy line, it could just be one wavy line. That's fine, because we want this to be really detailed. So now it's time to color, and my suggestion is to start with yellow and start with the smiley faces. I'm using markers for this entire coloring, and I'm making sure that I'm coloring really solid because that's really going to make this pop. So I'm coloring my smiley faces with yellow, and then I'm going to outline them with black. Now, if you have a marker that is dry, throw it out. Don't keep it. So I just had to change my marker. And now I'm going to just outline the eyes and the smile and the circle that's around the smiley face with my black. So I'm filling in the eyes with black and outlining the smile. And I hope that makes you smile. Smile. Here we go. Eye, and smile. All right. Now, let's color all the flowers. And of course, you can pick any color you like. I'm going to start with pink. So one of my flowers will be pink. And I'm just careful to stay inside the lines and fill in all those bunny ear shapes. And now I'm going to switch to a magenta. Fancy. So here we go. Coloring in each petal with magenta. And now I'm going to use purple. I'm going to color each petal with purple and fill in carefully with my purple. Next, I'm going to use orange, and I'm going to fill in each petal with orange. Next, I'm filling in with blue, and I'm filling each petal with blue. And finally, yellow. Filled in all those petals with yellow. Now inside the flowers, I'm going to make brown dots. I'm going to fill in the middle with brown, or you could use yellow, or anything you choose. Now let's start the rainbow. I like to put red on the top of each rainbow. So I'm going to find the red and color each top of the rainbow red. So this is the top band or the top curve of the rainbow, and I'm filling it in with red. And I'm just carefully outlining the curves and then carefully coloring in that red section. So find the rainbow, find the top curve, and fill it in with your red. The next one I'm going to use is orange. It's the next band that's right underneath the red. So I'm going to fill in all of that area with orange. So just find the curve that's under the red and fill it in. Be careful. Okay, the next band is yellow. So I'm finding where the orange band is, that orange curve, and I'm putting yellow underneath the orange curve. All right. The next color in my rainbow will be green. So I'm going to fill in a curve underneath the yellow with my green. And my rainbows are really coming out nice. So I have my green curve right underneath the yellow here, and I'm careful to go around the flowers, not on top of the flowers. All right, now these design elements that break up the heart can be any color. I'm just going to do it with blue. So I'm outlining those diagonal stripes. I'm outlining those little tiny circles, and then I'm filling in around those little circles. So those little circles stay white. And I'm going to repeat that same blue color with these slanted diagonal lines, and I'm going to fill in around the white circles just like that. I think I'll do it again here. And you just outline the curve and circles, and then fill in around the circles with the blue. Now you can do this any color. It's up to you. I'm going to switch now to purple, and I'm going to do the rest of my little design elements with purple. Oh no, I'm going to use brown, sorry. Ooh, this is brown. So I'm just outlining the diagonals and the circle and filling in around the white circles with my brown. Look at that. I'm going to do it again here and outline the circles, fill in around the circles with my brown. Perfect. All right, we're almost there. Now I'm going to take my purple and I'm going to outline those wavy lines, but notice what I'm about to do. I'm going to continue this wavy pattern. So I do my curve and then I repeat it. I repeat it again, and I just follow that same wave, and now I've made a pattern. So I'm just repeating the wave, and I think it looks really cool. So I'm going to do it again. Wave. Just repeat a little pattern with your purple, filling in that negative blank space. Okay. And now I want to make another pattern, and I love my polka dots. So I'm going to put some green polka dots in the remaining white space. So polka dot with my green. It's just little green dots, and it fills in all that white space there. That's right next to the purple waves. Okay, just keep adding your green dots until you have enough green dots that make you happy. And the last design element we're going to do is stripes. So I'm going to make stripes with my black, and my stripes are going to go in the remaining white space. And they could be diagonal, they could be horizontal. Oh wow, we did it! Look at that. I hope that this makes you happy, and post your things on Google Classroom. Can't wait to see it. Bye guys.